Disclaimer. The information presented in this video is provided solely for educational and informational purposes and shall not be construed as financial, legal, or professional advice. Introduction to the history of the rat race. Imagine waking up every morning, not because you want to, but because an alarm clock forces you to. Imagine spending 1/3 of your life building someone else's dream, while your own dreams quietly suffocate in the background. Now here's the mystery. If the rat race is so soul-draining, so universally hated, and so obviously broken, why do most people stay trapped in it for their entire lives? What if I told you the rat race wasn't an accident, and escaping it doesn't require millions, luck, or quitting your job tomorrow, but understanding 3 little-known escape paths that almost nobody talks about? Stay with me, because once you see how the system was designed, you'll never look at work, money, or success the same way again. To understand the rat race, we have to go back, way back, before factories, before offices, before 9-to-5 schedules, salary brackets, and retirement ages. There was a time when humans worked only 3 to 4 hours a day, according to anthropologists studying early tribes. People hunted, gathered, shared, and rested. Work wasn't life, it was survival, and survival didn't require 40 years. So what changed? Enter the Industrial Revolution. Suddenly, industries needed bodies, predictable, obedient, time-bound bodies. Schools were redesigned not to educate, but to produce disciplined workers. Sit still, follow instructions, repeat tasks, wait for permission. This wasn't random. It was engineered. The rat race began as a system to fuel factories, then offices, then corporations, and eventually, the entire global economy. But here's the twist. And the part no one tells you. The system didn't evolve to make individuals wealthy. It evolved to keep economies running. This is why the rat race still exists. Not because it's good for people, but because it's good for the machine. At the start of the 20th century, something seismic happened. For the first time, people were told, work hard for 40 years and you'll be rewarded with security. Companies introduced pensions, governments introduced retirement ages. Banks introduced mortgages. People felt safe. And that's exactly what locked them in. The system offered stability in exchange for time. Every paycheck became a trade, present life energy for future comfort. But here's where things start to break apart. The very promises that sold the rat race were never built to last. Rise of the modern rat race. As consumer culture exploded after World War II, something else exploded. Needs turned into wants. Wants turned into expectations. Expectations turned into debt. People didn't just work to live, they worked to afford a lifestyle carefully marketed to them. Car, bigger houses, televisions, vacations, phones, subscriptions, and status symbols. Every new desire was framed as normal. And with those desires came a silent, invisible chain. Monthly payments. Debt didn't just fund consumption, it guaranteed participation. Governments wanted to spend. Corporations wanted labor. Banks wanted interest. And so the rat race strengthened its grip, not through force but through social acceptance. People didn't question it, because everyone else was doing it. The breaking point. But eventually, math caught up to the dream. Wages began stagnating, expenses skyrocketed, housing outpaced income, college costs tripled, healthcare doubled, everything except salaries went up. A 2024 study showed that the average worker today needs 53% more income to afford the same lifestyle someone had 30 years ago. Yet the work hours, identical or worse. Millions found themselves working harder, but feeling poorer. The system designed for the 1950s simply couldn't support the realities of the 2020s. And people began to feel it. The burnout, the fatigue, the emptiness of doing everything right and still falling behind. This is the breaking point. The moment millions realized, the rat race has no finish line. It only has more laps. Fallout. People didn't just get tired, they rebelled, quietly at first. Some left corporate jobs, some worked remotely, some built side hustles, some refused overtime, some questioned the purpose of working endlessly. You could feel it everywhere. The Great Resignation, the rise of freelance work, the explosion of online entrepreneurship, digital nomads, creators, investors, and people chasing autonomy over stability. But while individuals evolved, the system didn't. Corporations kept pushing productivity, governments kept pushing taxes and inflation, society kept pushing comparison and consumption. This led to a new form of burnout, the burnout of being trapped between old expectations and new possibilities. The rat race wasn't collapsing. It was mutating. Failed fixes. What we tried but didn't work. People tried the usual solutions: get a better job, ask for a raise, save more, cut expenses, work harder. But these didn't fix the root, because the root problem was never about income or effort. It was about control. As long as someone else controls your time, your income, your opportunities, your location, your schedule, you are trapped in the rat race, even if you're paid well. And here's the truth: most motivational videos won't say, you cannot escape the rat race by running faster inside it. You escape by taking a different path entirely. Modern parallels. The shocking data. Look around today and you'll see the same patterns repeating. 61% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. 70% feel disengaged at their jobs. 1 in 3 people have zero savings. Average retirement age is rising, not shrinking. And nearly everyone says they feel stuck. The rat race didn't disappear. It simply changed environments, from factories to offices to screens. But the outcome is the same. People spend most of their lives doing something they wouldn't do if money wasn't involved. The question is no longer, how do I work harder? It's, how do I step off the track entirely? And that brings us to the 3 realistic escape paths. The 3 realistic paths to freedom. These are not fantasies, not overnight schemes, not millionaire dream rhetoric. These are the paths real people have used, quietly, consistently, effectively, to escape the rat race. Path 1. The time lever. Build a skill that detaches income from hours. This doesn't require a business, it doesn't require quitting your job, and it doesn't require a miracle. It requires learning a high-leverage skill that pays for value, not time. Video editing, copywriting, coding, consulting, marketing, sales, design, automation, AI prompting, and freelance services. The moment your income scales with skill, not time, you step outside the traditional salary trap. This is the fastest escape path, months, not years. Path 2. The ownership lever. Create or own something that pays you repeatedly. This is how wealth was always built. Digital products, YouTube channels, online courses, licensing, real estate, royalties, software, affiliate funnels, subscription communities. You do the work once, and the system pays you repeatedly. This path is slower at first, but compounds harder than anything else. It's how ordinary people build extraordinary freedom. Path 3. The capital lever. Use money to make more money. This is the long game. Investing, index funds, dividend stocks, automated portfolios, businesses, cash flow assets. This is not about becoming rich fast. It's about building an engine that eventually works harder than you do. The wealthy don't escape the rat race because they earn more. They escape because their money works while they don't. You don't need a lot to start. You need consistency. $5 per day invested beats $0 per day dreamed about. You don't need to be rich to begin escaping. You just need to start building the systems that the rat race was never designed to give you. Closing warning. If you don't choose a path out, the system will choose one for you, and it rarely chooses in your favor. But if you're watching this, then something inside you already knows it's time. So take the next step. Subscribe to my channel Wealth Grammar for more content on escaping the system, building freedom, and designing a life you don't need a vacation from. Your future isn't waiting. But you are.